What up, YouTube? It's No Chains, and I'm back for another commentary. And here we are in week 2 following our win versus the Chicago Bears. 24-21 was the final score. As you guys see, I did import a draft class, as I mentioned in the last episode. And this week we will be facing the Pittsburgh Steelers, our division rival, at home in a primetime night game. You don't want to miss this one.
Pittsburgh, PA. The blue-collar city is black and yellow, both immaculate and terrible. From the steel curtain to the catch, it's always been about winning. One more. These are the Steelers. It's full steam ahead in Cincinnati. From coaching innovators to helmet strikes. Even their celebrations changed the game. These Bengals only stop to do the icky shuffle. These are the Bengals.
We're here at Paul Brown Stadium for this AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Here we are at Paul Brown Stadium as our players, mostly looking like our defense, will be coming out of the tunnel. As you guys see, there's James Harrison coming out to face his former team. Spent his whole entire career with the Steelers, and it's weird seeing him play up against them, especially playing in a Bengals uniform. But right off the bat, he will not be able to stop Jonathan Dwyer from getting this monster of a run, getting them all the way to the 28-yard line. That is just a bad way to start off this game for us. But Carlos Dunlap will take away some of those yards, getting a sack on Ben Roethlisberger. But here's our starting lineup on defense. Very quickly they go through it. As you guys see, Vontaze Burfict will be playing the outside. I like him in the middle, but I want to give Raymond a look at a chance. But it doesn't look like it's working, as Drake Kirkpatrick will get a deflection. They will be forced to settle for a field goal. And like I mentioned, guys, this is a good game, so it will be best if you guys watch all the way throughout, as we're going to hit Andrew Hawkins for a 16-yard comeback route reception right there. And on second down and 10, Dawkins back to pass with a good amount of time and a leaping catch. And dodging a few tackles is Andrew Hawkins for a second reception on this drive, getting this day started early. Last week, you guys saw that he started with a few drop passes, but Lawrence Timmons will not drop that pass thrown to him by Andy Dalton. So that is not how we want to start off our day on offense. Ben Roethlisberger back to pass, going deep, but it will be picked off by the hall monitor. And one thing I did notice about this game is that whenever you throw a pick, it seems like almost every time, not 100% of the time, but at least 50% of the time, you catch a pick on the very next play. But I'm not sure, as Andy Dalton will throw a great amount of touch on that pass to Jermaine Gresham. Nonetheless, our drive will stall, and we will settle for a field goal right there. So we tie the game up at 3. We definitely had 2 chances where we could have gotten the lead and possibly scored twice, and it could be up 14-3 right now, but that's not the way things happen. Ben Roethlisberger is back to pass on third down, and you guys know that in real life, Ben Roethlisberger is probably the best third down quarterback, if not, maybe not the best, definitely top 3. The Steelers on third down are great. I know that for a fact. I've seen them when they play the Bengals, and it's just terrible the way they are able to be forced with third and long but still convert, as Michael Johnson almost catches the pick right there, but nonetheless will stop the play in the backfield. Third down and 15 for the Steelers offense. Ben Roethlisberger back to pass, and they're going to convert yet another third down. This one a 19-yard reception by Emmanuel Sanders, and on another third down they're going to convert this one, and this will count for a touchdown to Antonio Brown. And there's some stupid dance he's doing, and I only say that because I'm pretty salty about that score. So they have just been lethal so far in this game on third down, and they make the mistake of kicking to Bernard Scott. You know he can get a lot of good yardage on kick returns. This time he will get us near midfield on the 44-yard line, and we're going to see if we can mimic the Steelers' success on third down, but we cannot. Andy Dalton is forced to throw this one away, so we will not come away with any points as Mike Nugent will miss this field goal, and that's definitely one problem I have with him. He is a great kicker, especially when it comes to accuracy, but when it comes to power, he is much below average, as they're going to get a very nice gain trying to add some points onto their lead. And Ben Roethlisberger is back to pass on second down, and he's going to find Antonio Brown yet again getting down to the 3-yard line. So it's looking like they're going to get some points on this drive, and they're going to find Emmanuel Sanders, but Dre Kirkpatrick will rip the ball out of his hands. So we live to fight another down here in the red zone. And on second down and goal, Roethlisberger's back to pass with a lot of time in the pocket, and he's going to hit Spaeth over the middle. I could have picked that one off with James Harrison, but I guess my reaction was a little bit too late. And here we are on the first drive of the third quarter. We're going to find Jermaine Gresham, and he has just been playing great so far this season, especially in week 1. Ended up with over 100 yards, and speaking of 100 yards, that catch put him over 100 yards in this game. So it's looking like he's going to have a breakout year, as Lawrence Tillman will break out through our offensive line and get the sack on Andy Dalton. So he's actually terrorizing Andy Dalton all day today as far as getting sacks and interceptions and pass coverage. But we're going to hit Aldrick Robinson for an 18-yard gain, and here we are on the 1-yard line. We're going to hand it off to Gio, and he will get the touchdown right there. So actually we cut their lead from 14 points to 7 points, and that's exactly what the Bengals started doing last year around this same time in the game versus the Chicago Bears. We actually trailed by 14 points, and we were able to cut away at their lead, and that was the start of a run for the Bengals. But Jonathan Dwyer is going to try his best not to allow that to happen, and he's going to get a very nice and very big chunk of yards on that run play. And you guys see he has under 10 rushes with over 100 yards, well over 100 yards, 8 rushes, 118 yards. So our rush defense has to be fixed, as the Steelers have picked up Vic Ballard, and he will score a touchdown right there. So the Steelers have a very nice 1-2 punch with a big power back like Jonathan Dwyer and a nice, speedy, quick running back with Vic Ballard. So they fire right back with a touchdown of their own and increase the lead right back up to 14. But Andy Dalton will try to get a touchdown right back as he hits Andrew Hawkins on a very nice, very well executed deep pass. And here we are in the fourth quarter. In the first play of the fourth quarter, Andy Dalton will find Jermaine Gresham down the middle of the field for a touchdown. So the Bengals went into the fourth quarter down by 2 scores, but on the first play of the fourth quarter, they scored a touchdown, as Ben Roethlisberger is going to be hit by Carlos Dunlap. And this is a very important play, and you guys see why right there. Ben Roethlisberger will not return for this whole entire game, and they will put in Landry Jones. So let's see what he can do, as his first attempt just goes straight to the grass. And they're going to punt to a very dangerous Giovanni Bernard, so hopefully he can get a touchdown, and if not, get his very good field position. And he cuts through a very small space in the punt coverage and gets us down to the 29-yard line. And we're going to try to play action. We're looking for Eifert, but we're going to find Jermaine Gresham in the flats. He's going to get us a first down on second down and 10. We're going to try to play action again. We're looking for Eifert, but Andy Dalton did overthrow him on that one. Very nearly could have been picked off. And we're going to try to play action again, and we're going to hit Andrew Hawkins on the left side for a very nice game right there. And that puts him at 126 yards for the day, and we're going to hand it off to Jill, and he gets the touchdown. Although he was pushed right back out as soon as he went in there. One of the storylines on Hard Knocks was that he gets pushed around a lot, and it looked just like that. And we tie the game up, and it's looking like we're going to get out of here with another stop. And there's Sean Williams flying to the ball, and there's Landry Jones with a negative yardage play right there. So we get the ball back, and Andy Dalton will be sacked. And on third down and 15, Andy Dalton is back. He sees, I believe that's the new deep, but it is going to be picked off by the ball hawking safety, Ryan Clark, and he's going to take this one back to around midfield, actually the 45-yard line. So not a good decision by me. That may be our last chance to win this game, and we have to stop Landry Jones and this Steelers offense. They're going to get a completion to Heath Miller, and Pac-Man Jones will lay the lumber right there. No homo. Hibbert voice. Sorry, no, I'm just playing. But anyway, they get a completion for 8 yards to Emmanuel Sanders, and he will go down as well. And here we are at first down, and they're going to hand it off to Jonathan Dwyer, trying to run some clock out. And luckily, they used their timeout, an injury timeout, in our favor. So they stop the clock for us, as we're going to stop Vic Ballard on 3rd down, so we can stop the clock as well. So we stop the clock, they get a field goal right here. So they go up by 3 points, and the injury timeouts they were forced to use worked out to our advantage. So we go into this last drive, and we have a great return by Bernard Scott, and we have 1 timeout, and all we have to do is tie the game to go to overtime. But of course we're going to be looking to score, and we're going to find Jermaine Gresham, and he's going to get about a good 10 yards and getting out of bounds. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. We're going to be going for the sidelines, so we're going to go to the middle 1 time this drive since we have a timeout, and that's exactly what we do right here. But instead we're going to run the hurry up. Andy Dalton is going to find Sanu over on the right side, so we are 11 yards away from taking the lead with less than 20 seconds left in this game. This is where champions are made. Andy Dalton under pressure, rolling out to the right side, going to find a wide open Marvin Jones for the touchdown. Game-winning touchdown if the defense can get a stop with under 20 seconds to go. So very clutch drive for the Bengals offense. Very nice and accurate throws and very sure hands by the receivers. So this drive was executed to perfection. So now it's up to the defense to not allow anything crazy to happen. And with 7 seconds left, this will be the final play of the game. They don't even have Ben Roethlisberger in, but they're going to go up deep, and it will be caught by Brown. But he did not get his feet down. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that play made my heart fall into my stomach. That was a crazy play. If they had caught that, all they had to take was a little bit more effort by Antonio Brown to get his feet down, but he did not do that. And of course, the GMC never say never moment of the game is the game-winning touchdown toss by Andy Dalton to Marvin Jones. This was a great game, especially the scare at the end. They could have won and got the lead back via a last-second Hail Mary by the backup QB. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the only reason we won is because Ben Roethlisberger is out, but I'm sure somebody will say that, and that's fine because you never know. But this was a great game. I really enjoyed playing with the Bengals. Go in at home and come away with the win versus our rivals. We lose to the Steelers a lot, but this year we're starting off with a 1-0 record against them so far in division play. So this is a great win for us. I hope to see you guys in the next one versus the Green Bay Packers, and I'll see you guys then.